How's it going, everybody? Level M Diecast, counting down towards Turkey Day, right around the corner. We're going to bring you a dosage of kind of triple action majorette. Now, if you guys are outside the U.S., this is probably going to be old news for you because we don't get these in the U.S. So it took me quite some time to assemble this set. This is limited edition series 7. There's already limited edition 8 and 9 out, so it tells you how old this is. But still wanted to bring it to the channel, so we're just going to go through these. They are kind of a metallic, kind of a matte metallic kind of look to them is kind of the theme. The cards are very nice. They do have like multicolor, like, you know, hologram looking, you know, appearance to them. First one, Bentley Continental GT V8S in green. There is that kind of matte finish to the paint. Looks pretty good. It's pretty smooth, so looks pretty good. Just green, just dark green, kind of British racing green. Does have light green on the bottom, just for the kind of lip around the front and the sides. Does not carry over to the back. This guy does have opening doors. Looks pretty good. And then, of course, suspension, like all majorettes do. Looks pretty good. Lensed headlights. So we'll put him there. Next one, this is the G-Wagon, the G500. Looking pretty good. They also did a 5-pack for this G-Wagon. Back in the day, get this plastic out the way. So there is our G-Wagon. Looking pretty good with your Mercedes logo on the spare tires, the G500. Tow hitch, I do like these kind of newer off-road wheels that they have. This guy does have suspension, but there's just zero wheel travel. As a matter of fact, this actually scrapes on the body itself when you rotate it, unfortunately. And then, as you saw, it does have opening hood, although the hood does not open very far. And it's pretty basic deets in there, but it is there. The front prints look very, very good. Lens headlights, of course. Really nice blue. Really like that blue. Looks super, super good. And then just some simple black trim along the sides on that one. Another old casting. They beat the crap out of their castings for sure. This says it's an F-150 Raptor, but it's not a Raptor. It's not a Raptor. But we'll let them call it a Raptor. It's perfectly fine. Ford let them call it a Raptor, so that's okay. So before we close the hood, we'll just go ahead and showcase that real quick. Just a general V8 in there. So deets are kind of rudimentary on this one. Front prints look pretty good though. Does say Ford in the grill. Does have that really nice spiral wheel. Of course, suspension. All that deets on the side. Does say Raptor in the back. Ford in the back as well. F-150 Raptor. So they did make a Raptor with this generation, but just not with this body style. So that's why I'm saying it's not really a Raptor, but we'll let them call it a Raptor. So definitely a much, much different blue there. All right, we're going to go with the Huracan. This one is another older casting that, you know, Majorette's been beating the crap out of. Majorette's pretty good at that. They beat the crap out of castings when they do show up. This one, as you can see, has opening panel in the back. Pretty generic details in there. Really, really generic. But it looks pretty good. Does close up very, very nicely. Same wheels as that F-150. Still has suspension. Rear prints on there as well. Does say Lamborghini in silver. Of course, you can't really see it on the green. And then just some deets in the front. Looks pretty good. I mean, this is a really good casting of the Huracan. It's just they've used it so much. And although I'm a Mopar guy, I will admit they use the crap out of this casting too. This is the SRT Hellcat in a bronze, kind of a copper bronze. This one looks really, really good actually. Does have opening doors, as you can see. They do both open, just in case you're curious. Does have that nice Hellcat hood on there. Looks good. I think that's all they changed to make it a Hellcat. Lens headlights. Looks still pretty good. Their old school basic wheel. Not a good wheel. This guy does have suspension, although there's not a whole lot of travel to it. Does have your Dodge hash marks on the side. Rear prints look good. So it's pretty nice. Made in Thailand as always. And then of course, The money shot, the one that I was waiting forever to get. This is the GTR Nismo GT3 in a kind of a matte candy red, which is kind of an interesting color. Of course, this guy does have opening doors, as you just saw. It has GT3 on the side. I really like these 5-spoke wheels. Look good. Casting nice and low. The only thing I don't like about this casting is the back is very flat. There's not really any, casting details to it per se. It's mainly just print on the back, but that's okay. Wing is good. It is a separate piece. It is plastic. Does have print across the windshield. Looks very, very good. This one looks fantastic. Print is good. Got the canards and everything on there. Same deets side to side. It is a left-hand drive, which is kind of interesting. Does have some roll cage detail in there, though, which is pretty good. I have a couple of these Nismo GT3s. I don't have them all, but I have a couple of them. So, of course, suspension as well, but there's just no wheel travel in there. Now, I did tell you we were going to have basically a triple header. So we're going to put these guys in the front. You're going to say, well, what else are you going to showcase? Well, we're going to bring out this 5-pack. That is the Porsche 917 5-pack. I did mention to you I did want to open this first from the haul. Been a little bit to get to it, kind of been pushed behind in the schedule. Now, I thought there was a bunch of releases of 917s thus far, and I was not correct. So that red one right there has already been released. That red one came in the racing cars line, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then the Pink Pig style one, that one's also been released. That was actually part of the previous Porsche edition 5-pack that we actually did get in the US. So that one was the exclusive in there, which is no longer an exclusive now because there's a Porsche 917 pack with the exact same model in it. But there is one that I have that is not in there, and that is this one. That one was a mystery model that came in the Porsche Discovery pack with like, I don't know, 20 or 30 or so Porsches in it. And that was one of the mystery models, was this guy in green with shell. Of course, this does have an opening hatch in the back. The details in there are not good, but at least it does have an opening hatch. Looks pretty good. And then, of course, the tail lights are done up. So this pack is taped. So what we're going to do is we'll just kind of manhandle it a little bit since we're not going to keep it. We'll pull it out. There is the pack. Now, the only bad thing about this pack is they are held in there by rubber bands, as you can see on the bottom. So there's some tape on there and some rubber bands. So what we're going to do is, through the power of editing, we're going to take it away. Boom, click, click, makes it happen. All right, so this is the Pink Pig, Pink Pig Deco 917. This is the previous version. So, I mean, there's no difference between the two of these guys. I mean, they're exactly the same. The prints are the same. Deco is the same. So if you got this in the Porsche pack before, you are not getting anything new. Unfortunately, you're getting same old, but that's okay. We'll take another one of those. That's definitely nothing wrong with that. Same with this guy. This guy is the same deco, same prints, same deets, same wheels, same window, same all that stuff. So again, if you pulled this one from the racing car line, then it is all good. However, this guy right here is exclusive to this one. This is Golf style, although it does not have Golf on it. It is definitely a Golf 917 for sure. It does have that nice newer tri-spoke wheel that they have. Of course, it does have opening hatch, just like they all do. Number 20 on this one. There were several numbers, 20, 21, and 22 were all run. They chose 20 on this one, which is perfectly fine. Looks pretty good. It is modeled after a it's loosely modeled after an actual real deco, so that's a good one. This one also kind of sort of modeled after a real deco in a way. This is number 35, shows on there. This has the purple and green two-tone, kind of a swirly kind of color on there. The green is matte finished, and then of course the purple is gloss. Looks okay. I do like the lensed headlights on this model in particular. Looks pretty good. Again, opening hatch, nothing fancy. Same old, same old. And of course, they do have suspension, but there's just no travel in there to move them or anything like that. And then there's your base deets. Make sure I show that. And then this last one, I do believe this last one is available in a single pack, I believe, as well. This one's the most decoed up, though. This is Geispa on the front. Geispa Sports. Looks pretty good. Geispa Rivets. Sorry, I thought this said Sports. Definitely don't want to even pronounce that word. But it has Shell and Dunlop on there. This one looks pretty good. Again, just opening hatch. Nothing's fancy. 3 spokes. Nothing, you know, nothing doing. It's a pretty good pack. I was pretty excited to get it. It's. I'll be honest with you, it's a little lackluster when you get it cracked open. There's just not much difference between the models. It's just not that great. But I do have one little Porsche bonus in this video. You guys know I did pick up this Taycan Turbo S. So I thought this was the last Taycan I needed, but I actually need the safety car. So I need the premium safety car Taycan still. So still be on the hunt for that one. These are the models in the back real quick. So I already had the white one. These 3 are carryovers from the first mix. These 3 are new. So I now have that one. I already had that one. So now I need the safety car Taycan Turbo S. The box in there is rudimentary at best. It's just there to make it look fancy. It's literally a knockoff of Matchbox by putting the box in there to sort of add some value, quote unquote. Although this one does have some good deets on the side. Gives you some information about the Taycan itself, which is kind of nice. Let's put the box in the back, get some plastic out the way. Now, the good thing about this particular Taycan is it does have double features in it. So these are rubber tires. The car sits a little high, looks a little big. Almost looks like it's wanting to be off-roader a little bit. The casting is a little long, should be a little bit wider and a little bit shorter. But nonetheless, it still looks pretty good. Of course, it has opening doors, as you guys saw. And then it also has an opening front trunk that is not a hood, per se. Front trunk. Although, technically, this car doesn't even have... Not even technically. This car does not have an internal combustion engine at all. So, but still, you know, this casting's okay. I just... It's a little big. It sits a little high. Looks a little big. This one's, this one has a, there we go. It had a little bit of a window popping out there. Not a big deal, luckily. So, again, they do have suspension. This one does have rubber tires. So, what we'll do is we'll just kind of make a little bit of room for this guy. Park him right there. There you go. That is a little bit of a triple action of Majorette. Got some more Majorette stuff coming up as well. A couple more 5-packs and some single stuff. And a whole bunch of other slew stuff coming in the channel too. So we'll get some stuff knocked out so you guys can have some stuff to enjoy for Turkey Day. We'll see you before then. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Level M.Cares. Peace.